Hey guys, it's Saggy. I know I haven't updated in 2 weeks, but that's because I wasn't, yeah, little green dot, sorry. That's because I wasn't even, like, waking up in time to go to class. I wasn't going to make a video. And yeah, sleeping. That's a thing. I actually haven't slept in a while. Not like a while, like a week or so, but not that long. I really tired and I took a nap today, but my head's kind of groggy and I can't really words right. But I decided to do this today because I have like a 5-page paper to write tomorrow, and then it's spring break, which I mean I can do stuff then, but for this week I better have done it tonight. And you know, my pain is your comedy. There's the concert question, which I have interesting things to talk about. I have like an artifact from something, and then there are record collections, and then I have like 2 projects I can show you, so that should be interesting. That was my phone. My phone makes a Mario sound noise because I'm a geek. But yeah, if I tell you the stories, I should probably get the artifacts, the things. They're not artifacts. I should probably get like the objects because like they're back there, but that means getting out of my chair. I guess the first thing I should talk about are the concert that's being okay. I mean, I think the first concert I went to might have been. That's my phone again. I got something on Facebook that's Power Rangers. I am really embarrassed, except not because it's awesome. But yeah. And a surprising number of people are like, "Is that Kim Possible?" And I think there's someone else on campus who has the Kim Possible ringtone. And so people just get it confused. But it's Power Rangers. It's totally Power Rangers. Anyway, so the first concert, I can't remember because I think it was within the same year, but I went to a Green Day concert on Halloween, and that was kind of amazing. I would like to go see more musicians and stuff. It's just transportation's an issue and money's an issue, but I want to go to the Monkeys thing. But one thing I did go to was Comic-Con, and I know it's like a convention, but it's kind of just turned into like a huge. When I was there, I called it the Woodstock for geeks. Attend to share in geekery. And oh, I'm really sorry. 1,000 people attend to share in geekery, and it's kind of amazing. It was pretty much the best weekend of my life. And I have a kind of cool story from there because my friends and I were torn between going to the Heroes panel and the Supernatural panel, and we decided to go to the Heroes panel, not because we still enjoyed the show or thought it was going anywhere, but because we had all met through Heroes, and because it was probably the last time we'd be able to ever see the cast, and I'd never done that before, and had never been able to see them. And apparently we were the only ones who were kind of excited to go see them because we were the first ones in line. So we were at the we were in the very front row. Like, there was only like a couple of feet between us and the table. That was really fun. But for the Heroes panel, Milo, who is basically my favorite like the reason I started watching Heroes is because I liked Milo from Gilmore Girls. And he played Peter on the show, and he was almost like directly in front of me, and I was really, really excited for that. And one of the great things about the cast is like the way they interact with each other, and they kind of just like goof off. And Milo and Zachary Quinto took their name cards and they turned them into paper airplanes. And I remember thinking, like, well, they're probably going to throw it into the audience, but I remember thinking about Milo. I was like, oh god, I hope he doesn't turn the wings back, because if he turns the wings back, then it's going to sail right over me. And I'd never be able to, like, I wouldn't even have a chance. It would just go zooming past me. And then he threw it, and he hadn't turned the wings back, so it kind of landed right at my feet. And I actually have it right here, and like it says Milo and Milo Ventimiglia. And I think that's kind of awesome. Like, it's kind of like a stupid thing. Like, we were debating whether, like, he'd actually signed this or not, but I think it was just so they knew where they had to sit, on the other side. So, it says San Diego Comic-Con. It's just like a stupid artifact, like a stupid memorabilia thing. Like, he didn't even sign it or anything, but that's a great story. And, like, as soon as I picked it up, my friends were like, you could sell that for $2,000. But, I didn't. It's worth more to me than that. I suppose. I mean, $2,000 would be nice, wouldn't it? So I guess that covers concerts, I suppose. Concerts. So, on the matter of records, it's kind of hard for me to explain, like, why I pick up most of the records I do. A lot of, like, my good music I just kind of stole from my mom's record collection. I'm gonna try to pin this back. But, where did Thing go? Thing isn't here. Is Thing upstairs? Okay. I'm just gonna do this like a stupid person. I kind of, stole things from my mom, but I also go to Salvo all the time, and I just pick up things for really cheap. So, like, there's some really bad music in there, but there's also music that other people would think that was bad that I like, so it's kind of hard to describe my collection. And I also picked some things up recently from my radio station, because they're going to throw them out. So, that's what the first couple of things are, because they're the most recent. So this is like an EP by the Super Cools, which is like a punk band. I have Willie Nelson, and the Artful Dodger. It's not the Artful Dodger. It's just Artful Dodger, which I actually haven't listened to. I haven't been able to listen to any of these actually. I kind of just collect them in the hopes of one day of owning a turntable. They have the Artful Dodger. What else is interesting? Yeah, so I picked this up as well. I don't know why. Please don't ask me. I have some Frank Sinatra records I picked up for like less than $1 each. Because I really love Frank Sinatra a lot. I actually just watched Around the World in 80 Days, and I was gonna fall asleep during it, but I stayed awake for the Frankie cameo. And they actually did that pretty excellently. So I have Greatest Hits, which is a lot of the songs that I already know. And yes, and it has the Wee Small Hours at His Young and Hard and Witchcraft, and I love all those songs. I got Tapestry for like 75 cents. Like, look at the condition of this. This is amazing. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I don't know. I was really happy I snagged this up so quickly. Because I love Carole King, and I love that they were using her in Glee. I love the CD, this album. I have Sean Cassidy. I don't know why. I think it's because I couldn't find any David Cassidy. And the reason I buy David Cassidy is to make fun of David Cassidy, I guess. I don't know. I can't explain anything. There's no... This is the Do-Ron-Ron. Be My Baby. It's... I don't know. I can't. It's not feasible. And then we get to the good stuff. The White Album, which is where I got the photos on my wall from. I have Imagine, and then I have Abbey Road. I have Broadway's Best, because I'm a Broadway baby. Carousel. And I basically, like, my favorite song almost of all time is If I Loved You, and that's from Carousel. I have Julie Andrews, but it's Christmas, even though I'm Jewish. And I have Walt Disney Christmas as well. I think I tried to look for the Barbra Streisand Christmas album, but I couldn't find it. But I have Funny Girl. So that's kind of cool. Sound of Silence. Oh, I also happen to have the songbook, like the guitar chords for Blood on the Tracks. But I don't have my mom's guitar with me here. So you can tell I kind of just like mooch off my mom for everything. But I have The Sound of Music and My Fair Lady. So I'm a pretty big Julie Andrews fan, obviously. And Gigi. I love Gigi. If you haven't watched Gigi, you should watch Gigi. It is everything I love. And I have the actual Blood on the Tracks. And Bringing It All Back Home. So lots of Dylan, lots of Beatles, and I forever thank my mother for that. And some, I have not Sound of Silence, goddammit, Bookends. I kind of wish I had Sounds of Silence. So that is the record collection I'm currently in possession of. But books I'm reading. Right now, for class, I'm reading Fun Home, even though we were supposed to have finished it. It's called Fun Home by Alison Bechdel, and it's really amazing. It's a great graphic novel. And next we're reading Jimmy Corrigan, Rules the World, blah, blah, blah. But it's called Jimmy Corrigan, and it looks really interesting. And if I weren't reading Fun Home, I'd probably be reading Middlemarch, because I wasn't able to finish it for my Victorian Lit class, and I am like 646 pages out of like 900 or 800, so I only have 200 pages to go in this. So maybe I'll finish it over break, because I really like, I put 600 pages into this. I'm going to finish it. And there are a bunch of other Victorian novels that I wanted to finish, but I wasn't able to. But if I weren't reading for school, or if it weren't like books that I read in school but I didn't finish, I'd probably... the most recent things I bought were this thing called The Manual of Detection, which I mentioned earlier, and Modernism, and those are things that I'd probably try to be reading for leisure, just because they look really interesting and good. And also, I bought this a while ago, but I've been thinking more and more about it, it's called Girls Like Us. It's like women in rock and roll. It's Carole King, Joni Mitchell, Carly Simon, and The Journey of a Generation. These are all ridiculous. Like, this is my problem. Like, I buy these ridiculously sized books and then never read any of them. Yeah, I think that's it. It's only 20 minutes worth of video, I guess. And I will, yeah, I guess I'll see you next week for spring break. I guess we can talk about spring break plans, or come up with questions. I mean, I guess my question might be, what's a movie that you'd really like to see, or a recent movie that you'd recommend to everyone? I guess that would be my question. And for my part, I just saw 80, Around the World in 80 Days, which I really liked. I'd probably recommend it. It's made in the 50s, though, and it's all about, like, cultural stuff, so, And I'm trying to think of a recent movie I've seen. A movie I want to see is The Social Network. I haven't seen it yet. It's been sitting around, but I haven't gotten to watch it. So maybe I'll do that. But first, I'm probably going to sleep. So I will see you guys next week.